For all your TCG needs, make sure to check out sabatcg.com. What's poppin', everybody? This is Saber94 on the Whimsy Players channel. I have a double feature today for Red Blue Ace. We're gonna get the next set pretty soon, OP14. I don't really have any plans of using new leaders just yet from that set. I guess we'll see. For now, it's still gonna be Red Blue Ace. I'm enjoying this deck. It's pretty powerful. It just makes sense to me. It's the kind of deck that's a control deck, you know, blue deck with the options for red. You get some of the good red rush cards. So let's see, we're playing against Imu. Now this is supposed to be like the best deck. Maybe you can say it's neck and neck with Ace. Imu is considered the most consistent deck, I suppose. The most annoying part is that you can't get rid of the Gorose dudes with effects, and that's pretty broken. All of them are going to be immune. And then the play where you can just summon 5 of them, you know, they do the combo with the cost 10, that's pretty bullshit. But anyway, we're running a pretty broken deck ourselves, so I'm actually curious to see how Ace can fare against this deck. I haven't played it too many times, Imu with Ace, so we'll see how it goes. Kind of let that attack go through. At the very least, there shouldn't be no tricks with messing with my hand. If this was another blue deck, you got that put in play that can be annoying. But for this deck, I get to keep the cards in hand. So we got a lot of time to block, a lot of cards to block. So block these little cheap attacks. I think that should be good enough. Okay. And gonna use the stadium. Mr. Danger Cat is his name. Man, reminding me of the Black Cat anime right now. So good, classic. And drop the Saturn prick, which I guess I'm not gonna say any spoilers. All right, and then we're gonna get our rush too with this Yamato card. So good. Get that 7. And now he's gonna, if he's clever, he's gonna wanna try and get rid of it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get a free down every turn. Free 1,000 plus. Okay, and this guy is at 2. He's got a big ass hand, but he's letting these attacks go through. I mean, it's only gonna be worse for you when I drop the Whitebeard. And this crazy wind outside too distracting me. I hate wind, man. Rain is good because we sort of need it, especially in my country. Water the plants and the trees and everything, but strong wind is just a pain for me. Anyway, messes up my ears. Okay, so the other dude drops down right now. And Saturn, I think Saturn, when he dies, you draw a card. I'll make sure not to kill him then. Can attack with 7 with Imu. I mean, I got the means to protect my dude, so I think I should go aggro and not give this guy enough time. So I'll drop, let's drop Marco, since I got plenty of those. And 7 with 7, okay, that makes it even easier. Just gonna drop the Yamato then. Maybe I should have kept that, but I got 8 Dawns exactly, so I think I'm just gonna drop, you know, double Marco, go that direction. So first drop the first one so I can get that free Dawn. And there's not even any point attacking the characters because they can just, you know, when the big dude drops, everything has to die. So they're just gonna use them and then play the big dude, and then I think it just makes more sense to attack the leader. I think that's what you're supposed to do. I could be wrong. But especially because these guys are floaters too. Like Saturn draws you a card when he dies, I think. So I'm not going to bother. Focus on the leader. And you're going to have to dump stuff regardless. So 7 on 5. Are you going to let this go through? You shouldn't. Okay, does discard, double discard, good. And I'm gonna go for another 7. This one he lets it go through. And then double Marco. I think I'm pretty good. I can survive. I got plenty of cards in hand, although not all of them are counters. But I got the double Marco here. If he dies, I draw cards anyway. I think I should be good. I'll survive and then I can finish him off next turn. Hopefully. If not, we can drop the Whitebeard and then I'll have even more defense. But I think I did pretty well against this deck. It doesn't really seem as scary, or at least this guy hasn't done much. Drops this dude again, the same dude, Saint Shepherd, Jupiter. Can attack with 9. Okay, if you're gonna do this, I'm just gonna use the blocker and draw basically 3 cards. Broken as all hell. And then 8, this is more manageable. I can do double discard. And he just scooped. Weird. He had all of those like 10 costs. All of the elders, but didn't drop any of them. I don't know, I really don't get that deck completely. But yeah, so much for the most consistent deck. I did pretty okay against it. Maybe if it wasn't ace, it would have been a different story. But I did pretty okay with it with ace. Now we're playing against Blackbeard. I think this should be more manageable. Although the really good Blackbeard players, they know how to use the deck at their best. And it's a reason it's like the #1 anti-meta deck, I guess. At least I think. I don't know, maybe something changed. But the idea is if you use Blackbeard's leader ability correctly, you can negate the on-play effects, so it covers a lot of ground. Now, thankfully, with my deck, I have a bunch of cards that are not on play, like Marco is 1, but then I also got Yamato 2 with Rush, I got Dragon with Rush 2, so I think these cards should be good. Okay, so 8, am I gonna let this go through? Is that a good idea? I let it go through and we drew another Marco. And he's activating the leader effect already, Black Hole. I mean, normally I would think you wouldn't do this automatically because you would want to be at the like 5 to 6 range, right? So that you'd stop the blue Yamato that draws 2. But hey, you're going to waste cards, that's fine. I'm just going to do the Marco and then your discard didn't matter. Indeed. Okay, so what are you gonna summon? He's running Vivi as well. Oh man, just looking at Vivi right now reminds me of the live action. I didn't watch the Netflix live action adaptation. I did make a video about it when it was gonna come out and I was mostly negative about it, but it ended up being, I guess, alright. I still don't think it's as good as people make it out to be. I watched like just one like scene of Zoro versus Mihawk on YouTube, and it just doesn't do it for me. They should have just made an original story instead of just adapting the actual One Piece series. But anyway, I wasn't very impressed, but with the Alabasta arc being one of my favorites with Crocodile and the old Robin, I was thinking maybe I'll watch it. But then I saw like they made Vivi a black chick or an Indian chick. I don't know what she's supposed to be, but it's not the Vivi I know, okay? And that annoyed me. And they also did this with Nojiko. So, I don't know why. I guess they must have told Oda, maybe, yeah, it's the DI shit. We gotta get some black actors into this. There needs to be some characters that are gonna be black. Whatever. Maybe it was his decision. I don't know. I kind of doubt it. You're never going to know for sure. But if I was the creator, and believe me, I've created stuff too. It may not be One Piece, but I've created stuff. I wouldn't want my characters to be different from what I designed them. Whether you're going to give them different names, you're going to change shit about them, it has to be, if you're going to do something like that, Well, not even when I'm dead. That's even worse. But you gotta have my approval. So maybe they had Oda's approval, but I kind of doubt it. It's almost like he's like, fuck it. I gotta sacrifice a character. Let's do Vivi. Because Robin is gonna be a fine Russian chick, as she was intended to be. I do know that Robin was always meant to be of Russian nationality. If she existed in real life. But anyway, I digress. This guy is doing a bunch of the usual stuff. Dropping the Jesus Burgess, dropping the Akiji. But he dropped this dude when he's not really that strong, so I'm just going to try and run over him. Okay. So it's going to be... Well, let me just attack the leader, actually. Do 5 on... I'm going to use the blocker, okay. Kuzan. And do 6 on 6, yeah. Just do that instead. Gonna have to discard something if you want to save the dude. Okay, finally gonna use the blocker, makes sense. And then I'm gonna try again, 7 on 6, does discard. And then drop another Marco. So I'm dropping all of these non-on-play cards, so he's basically using his effect for nothing. It really is crazy though, how does Blackbeard even get all this card advantage? I don't get it. We got the same freaking life. I only got like 2 more cards in hand than him. Now I do got a bunch of Marcos, but considering you gotta discard a card every turn with that dude's effect, I'm always surprised when they just don't run out of gas. Like, did he play any floaters really? I don't think so. You got that stadium down too, but that's just a 1-for-1. You gotta discard something to draw. Or to search. Okay, so what's it gonna be? I let the Marco die, got plenty of cards. Yamato is still around, gonna give him trouble. Burgess isn't very strong yet, it's just plus 1,000. If I can get rid of him before he gets stronger, it would be good. So puts shitloads of Dawns on Blackbeard. So again, I'm just gonna burn a blocker. And draw cards too. Easy shit. Yeah, I'm not gonna let the Yamato die. I guess if you're just gonna be 9, I should just maybe do a double discard. And keep the blocker. So I'll do 2. Yeah, I actually, I just need 3K, not 4K. Anyways, I just did Nami and Ace. So what's next? You got Burgess too, but he's still not that strong. So if he attacks, he's just gonna be 7. Well, I'm just gonna let him go. I don't know why you want to attack the Marco. I'm just gonna draw cards when he dies. I'm gonna let it go through. Obviously. I guess he's thinking I might go for game, but I really don't need to hurry, to be honest. If you're just gonna kill the dude, I'm gonna draw cards. I'm gonna drop even more threats. Yeah, the Burgess could get stronger as time goes on, but he's not there yet. I could kill him. Interesting, I can actually even... I was gonna say use the Tiger, but he scooped. Okay, so that went well. So GG from me. These were the games, guys. Hope you enjoyed them. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share the video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. What a...